I'm going to do an insight video today. I woke up this morning. I felt there's a massive shift in energy at the moment. It's changing a lot with the shifting since the beginning of the week. The beginning of the week was very sort of like not low, but the energy wasn't. I didn't feel like the energy frequency was that vibrant. It wasn't. I didn't feel like I could build energy. I could anchor it very well. Especially Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know people have been talking about the spring equinox, and that was supposed to come in like March the 20th, which is like Monday. And I definitely felt a shift in energies there. So that's definitely had an effect on the integration of the new energies, the new frequencies as we start to come in. And we have to remember that these times and these events also have like spiritual sort of impact. And I think we forget that sometimes when you're sensitive. You definitely sort of pick up on these kind of things, the shifts and the changes in the planet and everything like that. But I woke up this morning and I was sort of like sitting down with my wife, and we were just having a conversation before I went to work. And I was sitting there, and again I've still got it now. So I've got like this beautiful blue light. It's like a I can't explain it, but it's this beautiful blue light, blue color that I've got like this coming around at the moment. It's like it, and I feel like it's blue and white together. Blue is very much around communication. It's very much around healing. It's about when you start looking like Archangel Michael, it's very much around protection, stuff like that. But the white is also mixed in there, and that's very much around like higher awareness, higher frequencies, higher sort of states of being. And as I connect into it, I've got this energy with me today. I've got like a golden energy that's with me, and it's not like it doesn't it's not an embodied energy. It's like a light energy. It's like a light frequency, and this being is it like I see these beings that come through. Like this morning, I saw one. I was sitting there talking to my wife, and I was just in a state of sort of like where I was sort of like I was in a state of being, and what came through was like this energy of like a silhouette. So I see like a head, and I see some shoulders, and it was like this beautiful golden being of light. And it was like just watching. It was just watching. It was just like in the front room, and it's just watching. And I feel this is what's going on with a lot of the energies at the moment. We get these energies coming in, and they're just observing us, but they're observing us to bring like this frequency, this energy. And they're bringing them because like as we start to open, and we start to open more to these spiritual realities and these spiritual dimensions and the collective realities, as they start to integrate on the planet, then it opens up like the channels and like the gateways like to these different realms of energy. And this is what's going on at the moment. We're shifting into new realms and new dimensional energy and new collective energy, new frequencies and vibrations that are coming through. This golden light of energy was interesting because I was sort of like connecting into it, and as I was just trying to talk about it a second ago, Aurelia, Aurelia Jones, Aurelia Louise Jones. I have trouble saying this name. Aurelia Louise Jones, who is a spiritual sort of teacher that was on the planet and talked about um, a collective called like Telos, and this Telos collective or community is part of like a Lemurian community. They lived in Atlantis and Lemuria, and they're light beings that are on the planet at the moment. They live in like a community within like Mount Shasta in America. And as I was going into this golden energy, I started to see, and again I feel it very strongly. I feel like this presence of this being now, which is this high priestess from Telos called Adama. And I feel like I keep getting the vision and the picture of this being in my mind's eye as I start connecting with it and talking about this being's about 7 foot tall. He wears like light blue sort of like robe. He's got blue eyes, and he's like got usually got like a crystal in his hand. And I feel like this being is very much connected to this energy that I've been seeing today. And of course this is how the spirit world works. This is how spiritual energies and entities work. Is that they're all interconnected. The vibrations and frequencies are coming out, but what that tells me, as I start to see that, is like this Adama high priestess is a part of Telos. It's like you're starting to see these energies, to see these ethereal beings, or these disembodied sort of like, because they haven't really got bodies, they've got light bodies. They're light beings that are living in a fifth dimensional reality and fifth dimensional light realities. and they're on the planet and they're bringing these vibrations and these frequencies, and they're starting to come out. They're starting to come out because the energy on the planet is starting to open. The energy grids, the energy frequencies are opening on the planet, and as they start to come out, then as we start to become more aware and start to connect to our own source energy, then we start to connect to all the reflections of the source energy that is on the planet at the moment, and these beings are here now. You know, there's many light beings that walk or very much closely connected and linked to the planet at the moment, and it's about us sort of like connecting into them. And I feel this being is part of this energy that I saw today, this golden energy that I feel like it's like a reflection of, and it's connected to Telos. Um, and I feel like that, you know, Telos is very much around this harmonious society of harmonious beings that live in a unity, but living in alignment with the universal laws and universal principles. And we very much need to be doing this. This is also about anchoring again, still about anchoring the energies down for these new frequencies, so we can start to open up our own energetic bodies and our own energetic frequencies to source energy, so we can start to then integrate them, to start to then allow our energy to be expressed through light and energy, and vibrations and frequencies within our physical lives, but also to connect to the planet as a collective. This sort of like the Adama sort of like guide and being is very much around collective. They're about community, they're about harmony, they're about spiritual union and family in that way. So like as a collective, as spiritual beings, we're all on this planet and we're all interconnected. We're all part of the same vibration. We're all part of the same whole. And this is what this time's about. It's very much around that. And I feel this guide's coming through this reason. Adama's very much around like as a high priest, of like Telos. It's very much about, you know, a spirit as a spiritual collective, what they do for the planet and the vibration of the planet, but also the frequencies of the planet, and the collective consciousness. And this is what this time's about, and this is what the Great White Brotherhood's about, and this is what the Ascended Masters are about, and this is what the angels are about, and this is what they're all coming down, and they're all around us at the moment to bring this kind of energy and light through. You know, we're all channeled to that because we're all at our essence are this source energy of this light and this energy. And this is what this time's about, and this is why you're getting things like the new frequencies that are coming in, where they're talking about sixth dimension consciousness, they're talking about collective consciousness, they're talking about collective like creator will and creator manifestation. All of that is trying to say like your energy, your light is a creative force, is part of creation, and your energy and light can be used to manifest and create. But obviously the main purpose I see as a light worker and as a being on this planet is about bringing harmony, it's about bringing balance, it's about bringing peace, it's about bringing healing, you know, but it's also about awakening, you know, linking with each other to awaken, to bring that light, that energy, and start to express it, because this is our purpose, to express this light, express this energy. You know, the physical sort of external world is very much around sort of like trying to create something, trying to get somewhere, trying to sort of arrive somewhere, and it's also it's a bit, you know, it doesn't really align with our spiritual nature in that way. You know, we are here to express and walk in our human sort of like sovereign self, but we're also here to awaken to our spiritual self. And when we start to do that, then we can start to be in alignment. But we also know that we have then that creative energy, that creative frequency, and we also know, again, this connects again. I feel like I want to bring in the Ascended Master of Saint Germain again, which is transformation and transmutation. But I also want to connect this again. You know, I want to connect this to the universal law of transmutation and transformation, which is very much around. You know, you talk about the creator will, and you talk about, again, I want to bring in as well Mora, the Ascended Master, who talks about like the divine will, the divine intelligence, the divine flow, and on these two things link. So Mora is very much a blue energy, which is very much one of the first energies of the Ascended Masters, the first rays. But also, first doesn't mean separate; it means part of the whole. You know, this is the, we're not separate. We're all part of the same vibration. Rainbows and the 8 colours of a rainbow are all like in perfect union, harmony. They vibrate as one. Everything vibrates as one. And when we start to see this, and this is what the source energy brings. So Almora is very much around this as this guiding force. So Almora steps in, and he holds a staff of like a golden staff of energy. I can see the image of Almora as I'm starting to talk about this. who's connecting us to our divine intelligence, our divine will, the flow of the universe. And then, like I say, Saint Germain, which is about alchemy, creation, transmutation, transformation, and the universal law of that, which is very much around, again, which links into vibration, the universal law of vibration, and the universal law of oneness. It's very much around that. It's very much telling us about this at the moment, that you, as you awaken to this new energies, you can dissolve anything, you can clear anything. You are not stuck. You are not in something that you can. It's your consciousness and your source energy, when you align with it, like your universal mind and your universal heart, and you connect into that source energy, and you connect into that vibration, that frequency within your own energy field. There is nothing you can't shift, and everything is a reflection of your own consciousness. So you have at will, and this is what Al Mori is saying, and this is what I feel like the Saint Germain is saying. At will, you can transform anything. You can transmute it. With transmutation, is going from one state of being to another, and it's like, so it's about sort of like your spiritual energy, your spiritual light, and when that harmonizes with your source energy and your purpose, and it starts to then vibrate on a different vibration of frequency, the outer reality cannot help but dissolve, because once you start to shift and change the way you think, the way you feel, the way you approach things from a spiritual aspect, you're going to shift the physical reality, because the physical reality is defined by your spiritual source energy. Your creator will, your creator being connects and reflects. So when that energy and that light, and again, I'm now getting like some sacred flames coming in, which is like the sacred flames. I keep getting this orange flame, and I've been given this many times before, like, because obviously fire transforms, it transmutates, it dissolves, but it also brings new life. It brings like rebirth, and I feel that this time is very much around that. And all these energies are coming in, and I'm getting these kind of, I'm getting this kind of these impressions, because that's what's needed. I can't emphasize strongly enough that at this time you can create and manifest your own reality. But that, again, this connects to the universal law of correspondence, which is the internal reality creates the external reality. So when you start connecting into your source energy, the external reality will then be shaped and formed by your spiritual vibration and your spiritual frequency, because everything is energy, everything is source energy, and you have that source code within you. You have that source energy within you, and when you actually link into that, and that energy starts to vibrate, where it creates a reality that's more in harmony with your source energy, your source vibration. So your reality then it then aligns with your vibration. So it all starts on the inner reality, which is like your inner source energy, but it's not even the inner reality. It's your vibration, it's your frequency, it's your spiritual essence, it's your spiritual center. And Lord Lanto knew this as well, the Ascended Master, and that I had him come through the other day, and it's very much around sort of like he had this illuminated heart, and he was able to sort of like stay in balance and peace and love, but he was also able to vibrate in his source energy, that every being around him could feel this, and when he was doing that, he was actually activating other beings' energy, because of the light that he was illuminating. Again, this is like, if you want to talk about other masters, you talk about the Ascended Master, Jesus, another being that was in his heart center, and he vibrated in a way that it aligned with other beings, that they actually then awakened, and it activated them. And this is what this time's about. It's about activation, it's about awakening, that we all start to come to this central sun, which is the spiritual sun, which is this source energy that's in each and every one of us. And this source energy is part of each and every one of us. It's what connects us, it's what unites us, it's what brings us in union. And this is what this time's about, and this is what these energies are about, and this is why the Ascended Masters are coming in, and this is why this High Priestess from Telos is coming in and talking about it, because it's about the collective, it's about the community. You're not separate, you're part of a whole, and this is what they want to tell, this is what they want to bring, and this is what this time's about. So this is what we need to do. We need to awaken to that. You're not powerless. Again, this is what they're talking about. I've been talking about this for months, about stepping into your power. Well, this is what this is time. Step into your light, step into your power, step into your creative aspect, your creator being, and start to connect into your source energy and manifest and create your reality. Your reality is not creating you, you are creating your reality. And this is what they want to say, and this is what I feel they want to bring. And the energy is very, very strong, because I feel like I just want to keep talking, and I want to talk. The vibration and the frequency is really, really quick, because it's powerful. There's so much sort of like frequency and vibration to the energy at the moment. And each and every one of us, all we need to be is be in our source energy. If we're in our source energy, then that will start to reflect our source reality, which is our purpose, which is our purpose of why we're here, is to align again with that source energy within ourselves, and then to express that light. That's why we're here. This is what each and every one of our purposes here is, to activate our divine blueprint, our divine source energy, our source code, and then start to vibrate our frequencies out into the world. As I connect to it, and I feel the energy at the moment, I feel like I'm sitting in this source energy. It's beautiful golden light in myself, in my energetic body, and now all what it's doing is it's vibrating. It's like these ripples and these vibrations are just coming off me, and like in it I'm secure, in it I'm protected, in it I'm unified, and I'm just literally just sort of connecting into it. But that's the insight for today. So I hope that brings some sort of clarification, and I thank the guides and the masters, and the the energies and the angels, and the beings of light, as they bring these energies, these frequencies through for each and every one of us. So connect into that, align with it, and start to see the shift and change in reality. Because I promise you, if you start connecting into your source energy, your reality will start coming into harmony, and things and problems and challenges that you think you had will be dissolved, and they'll be dissolved. And then what will start to be sort of like, what will become clear is this new reality, this new sense of being, that, and a sense of stepping into your own power, and that knowing that you can create your own reality. Check out my Facebook page as well. Please give me any comments, because I love questions and comments. And yeah, and just follow and subscribe. Thanks for listening.